Alright, what's up everybody? So today I'm just going to make a quick kind of video talking and explaining glitching and sloping. When I was new to the game, I really didn't understand this really at all. So when you do slope, which is talk about sloping, you'll actually see it in the bottom left hand corner of your screen. Since I'm playing PlayStation, for me it's L2, which is this left trigger right here, and the square button. And so if you're on flat ground, as we are right now, we're on a flat surface. As you can see, we're the skateboard ramp right here. If I were to hit L2 and square, nothing happens. We just lock right here. But let's say we go put it on a slope right here, right? Now let's hit L2 and square. You see how we end up sloping now our item. So sometimes when you are glitching and stuff, when you slope like this, you'll actually fall under the map. The other way of doing this glitching is jumping and hitting the L2 square, which is jumping and sloping at the same time. If you kind of spam that, you'll kind of end up sometimes kind of under the map or in weird places like that. I guess the other thing we should talk about too is that yes, all of the different props do slope. Obviously, as I'm putting this ramp in different places, if you were to like go on just weird edges, like obviously ramps, see this little bicycle on the ground? I can even slope on the bicycle. So essentially all the props do this. It just really depends on where you go. And as you can kind of see how my ramp right now, see how the ramp is kind of halfway like even in the other ramp right there, how I'm starting to go into the wall right there. So that's kind of like another way to kind of find a sloping glitch spot is like if you start seeing that, there's potential. The other thing I do want to mention though is your prop. So a big prop like this, it's obviously going to be very hard to slope and hide this thing. So in this level, the ultimate, so we didn't get a skateboard. Ultimately in this level, a skateboard is going to be able to fall within all these areas pretty easy. You'll notice if you just start kind of sloping around, see how my my prop kind of just went under the ground right here for a little bit. So if you do have a small enough prop, you'll actually sink under the ground. The best way I guess to find slope spots and glitch spots is literally going to any like angled surface around the map and literally just trying to slope. See like right there how I just now fell under this pretty deep? That's pretty good. So if we had a skateboard, we might pull that off. Or now that I kind of explained sloping on angles right now we have the skateboard in grind, and this is probably the best prop that you can end up glitching and sloping with. As you could see with the skateboard already, like the nose is already, or tail is already kind of going in the ramp right there. Pretty crazy. And so right now I'm kind of just literally just pressing the slope right now. So let's go over here. I know there's an area over here that you can actually glitch into. There's actually a few. This map is pretty crazy because you can honestly go around this map and in all of the like ramps right here, all of the different transitions. If you start kind of jumping and sloping enough, you'll end up under a ramp. So let's go over here actually. There's an area over here too. See how even right here, how we're kind of borderline, kind of glitch, kind of sloped right here, half and half under the map right here. And so that's kind of the idea is when you're sloping with an item, you want to find a weird surface or area where your prop is going to have to like be angled kind of slightly funny, and it's going to make it where it's going to go under the map because it has no other choice. And see, I'm still trying this. It's not very consistent when you do this. I'm trying to even jump into it, but so when you are learning glitching and sloping like this, it's definitely going to get frustrating. It's not easy, and like I said, it doesn't work consistently every single time. At least in my opinion, it doesn't always like happen. They're also always kind of fixing these bugs and these issues, you know, because I know people are doing this with prop hunt. And it's funny because this little area right here, I used to be able to slope into it really easily. I might have to add a video for you. Oh, see that? Wait. Oh, okay. See right here now, we finally got under the ground pretty good right here. So it's just like an example. Like we had to jump and it took us a few tries, but you could see a little bit of the skateboard is kind of popping up. But the idea is that you're kind of just jumping and sloping at the same time. So you kind of just like mash yourself under the map that way. A little trick and tip I want to leave you guys with when you are kind of finding glitch little spots or slope spots is I've noticed if you're kind of like hanging on the edge of something like right even before it drops, let me see, like kind of like this, see how I'm like barely about to drop? I've noticed the lower you get to it, the like more you'll sink into the ground. You see what I mean? But it's like finding that right spot, obviously. But yeah, so essentially, I guess really all I can leave you with is with finding new spots. Go run around, try to slope, try to jump slope, even like let yourself kind of like fall into things. Like, wait, hold on, let's see. See, we kind of like almost went in there. Like, oh, see that? We completely went under the ground right there. And I was literally kind of let myself kind of fall off that little bench and tried to slope kind of mid-air as I was falling through. Kind of same idea as jumping and sloping. But yeah, so now we're completely under the map, as you can see. I've actually never sloped here, or I've never glitched or whatever right here. So that's pretty crazy that we just found a little new spot right there. But that's pretty cool. So we found that little spot. And I mean, you could, there's probably a lot of other ones right now, like over here. Like, look at this. Like, we almost went to the ground right there, even. It's like almost off the, oh, did you see that? We like did it again. Hold on. See that? We did it again. So I kind of just like slowly moved the prop to the edge of it, and then I would just essentially hit the slope buttons together, which is the L2 bumper and the square for me since I'm playing PlayStation. And look at that. We're like deep under the map. Like, that's crazy. Look, so I'm just gonna kind of go to the edge again right here and just try to slope again as I'm falling down. And we're in there, mashing it, and then I'm under the ground now. And it's pretty wild. And so I guess the other thing is, like, you can actually get killed, I feel like, this way, just depending on where you are. So this spot is a good example because nobody really would be shooting at this area, so you're kind of in the clear. So beware on where you obviously slope and stuff. And I guess, is this sloping? I don't know, but some things with little props, you can actually go in between them like this. Like, I can go like inside of this parking block, essentially. You can barely see me. I'm sure I can, yeah, see, I can slope and I'm going in. And it's just one of those things too. It's like, it just loaded the ground. It works out good. So really explore with your small props. Like, look at that. I'm like going through skateboards and stuff right now. I mean, look how many, I mean, there's just so many things to kind of mess around with this. So hopefully this helped you guys. Hopefully you guys can find some cool little glitch and slope spots. Make sure you guys actually tag me in any if you find anything good. Oh, we kind of almost found something right here too. Oh, look at that. We kind of found something good right there too. Wild. But yeah, so really there is endless possibilities when it comes to sloping and glitching. But yeah, like I said, hopefully that helped, and I'll prop you guys later.